How we doing today, man? I'm excited to make this video earlier in the day. It's like 10:30. I've been getting these things out a little bit later because this is the beauty of trading. You get to finish your day early, right? Sometimes you can just step away. I'm not going to look at the charts the rest of the day. I don't care what price does. It's pre-NFP and it's not moving well, and I already got my piece. I got my $200 day. So this is 200 day number two, $200 day number two on the XFA, and love it or hate it. If I have 5 winning days by May 8th, I'm going to take a payout. I don't care how much my balance has. I don't care if it's a $100 payout. I'm taking a payout for my birthday if we can get there. I'm not going to force anything, but if we do, I'm taking a payout because I want my first payout. I don't care. I don't care if I have to trade a combine for another month because I lose the XFA because of the way they do everything. I don't care. I'm taking a payout. You guys have to understand. I want to get the mental block of no payouts out of my head. And if we get 3 more winning days of $200, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities. I am taking a payout. Plain and simple. I'm taking a payout. So that's my mindset. Again, I'm not going to force anything, but I just want to be clear. But yeah, my birthday is May 8th. I'm taking a payout. So it is what it is. I don't care if it's a $200 payout or a $100 payout. I'm pulling money from this account because I just want to. I just want to. Yeah. You might be wondering, though, I don't seem super stoked. And the reason being is that although we took a nice trade here, and we'll recap it. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you would already know what happened because I posted it already. I donated on my combine. I donated on this combine. This is why I always preach set your lockout limit, right? Set your lockout limit, set your lockout limit, set your lockout limit. Why? Because I'm still up $1,000. We're still cruising. We're still doing well, right? But we donated today, man. We donated. Look at this progress we've been making. Just chilling. Boom. Donated today. And this is the main thing I kind of want to talk about today is just how difficult this is. Gosh, it's hard, bro. Oh my gosh, man. It's so tough. It's so tough. I've been recently feeling an overwhelming amount of anxiety with my trading. Just an overwhelming anxiety, and it's because I've been doing better. This is more stressful for me than if I'm just losing, right? Because now it's like, oh my gosh, I was up $1,500 halfway past my combine. I have never passed a combine following my rules to a T. In this account, I was following my rules very well. I've never passed a combine without over leveraging at one point or revenge trading with minis. I've never done that. And this account was going really well, and I'm halfway to pass doing the right things. And then I just let today kind of get to me and just took a bunch of bad trades. I'll show you guys the entries, but they were just bad trades. I just dropped way too low in time frame. I got really obsessed with the idea that we're going to spool lower from here. And I really thought that, I just got in a really low time frames, dude. Where was it? I was really low time frames. I tried to take a inversion here. We got in around here, and then we ended up getting stopped out. And then I believe we took we took a short here early in the morning after this gap got held. We started having really big displacement through. I took a short here. Ended up getting stopped at break even. So then I tried to take a long, right? Because I was like, oh, we swept out the low. We're aggressively buying. And I just took a long in this gap, got stopped out. Then tried to inverse it, looked all right, and then got stopped out. And then, I lost. Those were the trades, right? Those were the trades I lost on. And it's just unfortunate because it's not really my model. And it was just it's a combine. Who cares, right? This looks all right. And yeah, the main reason I'm making this video is just to kind of show you guys, obviously, I don't have to say it, but I obviously show every single up and down. And this is a big problem for me, is the mental barriers of trading. It's so hard to do this, not because of the skill set, but because it's hard to do this, right? It's just hard to consistently perform. It's hard to consistently show up for yourself and to do the right things and to, control what you can control and do the small things right. It's hard to do that. It's easy to come in and this looks all right, jump in, because the idea is, oh, if this fair value gap holds, we're off to the race. I make $400, and then I'm almost done with my combine, right? That's what you tell yourself, and that's what I was telling myself today was, oh, this looks all right. Let me get in. Let me take this trade, right? Let me take this fair value gap after this. Like, I had confluences, but it's just like I was forcing things in the market that weren't really clean, weren't really clear, because I wanted them to be. I wanted them to be clear. I wanted them to be clean, and they weren't, and I ended up paying the price for it. And I have no shame to say that, but it is frustrating. And I posted on my Twitter, said, hey, to anyone that, does anyone have any advice for this, right? I posted this screenshot, and I said, does anyone have any advice for this, right? Where how do you let this not affect your confidence? Because it's hard. I'm pretty frustrated. It's pretty disheartening, right? To do well. I mean, I've never had this good of a run, right? And then just to do this, right? And it's fine, right? Because we can just come back and chip away and keep going. But how do I not let this affect me going forwards? How do I take a proper loss the next time, right? If I take a setup tomorrow and it's a good trade and it's a good loss, how do I not let that affect me? Because then I'll be down, 700 straight. Like, this is the piece of trading that I really struggle with, and it's the last piece that I really have a hard time with. I really do. And yeah, I'm just coming on here to just kind of talk to you guys. Like, what do I do? How do I fix this? And I'm not talking strategy. I'm not asking strategy. I'm not asking any of that. I'm asking, how do I beat that? How do I combat that experience? How do I combat this feeling of just anxiety, right? I have this anxiety. Last night I was taking a shower, and part of it's due to social media. Part of it's due to trying to post on TikTok, YouTube, running the Discord. I'll be live trading tomorrow in the Discord if you guys want to join. It's free. But like, doing all these things, I feel like I've set these goals in my head, and I see what other people are achieving in their life, and I see everybody else's success, everybody else's path, and I want to be similar, right? I want to do similar things. I want to succeed. I want to do well. I want to grow my social medias. I want to trade well. I want to make money. I want to show everyone the process. And I put so much pressure on the things I'm trying to do, and I'm not there right now. I'm becoming the person I need to be to get there, but I'm not where I want to be. This month, I had my best month on YouTube. We're going to make close to $400. That blows my mind, and I appreciate every single person that watches these videos, engages with them, helps the algorithm, loves watching the videos, watches me, whatever it is. I appreciate that, because it wouldn't be possible. But this has added another level of stress, because it's like I always want to do bigger, better, more, right? Ever since I made this channel, I've been growing each month, and I'm always afraid of that month that it doesn't grow as much. I'm afraid of the month that I don't make more ad revenue, not because I need more money, or not because that extra $40 that month really matters that much, but it's the ego. It's really just the process, seeing things go up, seeing more money come in, seeing more views, seeing more subscribers. I become addicted to that, and it's really starting. And again, this is more of a personal rant. It's really starting to ruin my mental health in a way, not in a horrible way, but maybe in a horrible way. I can't seem. I have a ton of anxiety. I keep showing up. I keep trying. I keep posting my videos. I'm on TikTok now. I post more on Twitter. Like, I'm trying to do all these things because I have certain goals and I have certain ideas for things I want to do and all this stuff. But it's stressing me the crap out. It's stressing me out because I have very deep-rooted imposter syndrome where I don't feel like I can be that guy. I don't feel like I could ever be, not that I'm trying to be TGR, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of guy that has 500,000 subscribers, 1 million followers on different platforms. Like, I would love to do that, but I don't, like, it's hard for me to believe that I can do that, right? It's hard for me to really look at myself and say, yeah, that's me. Because I just look at myself as the same person that's sitting here with no money, with no success, and it stresses me out because I keep trying, I keep showing up, but then the anxiety, the self-doubt, the self-sabotage comes into my brain and says, look, you're not good enough. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not that guy. And I don't know what it takes to beat that. What does it take to beat self-sabotage, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, whatever you want to call it? I don't know how to overcome the anxiety that I feel on a day-to-day. And yeah, I'm making this video. I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. And again, this is kind of a rant, but this all ties into trading psychology. This all ties into trading psychology. Why? It's because I know if I start trading better, if I start performing better, I start making more money, more people are going to watch my videos because more people are going to want to see me passing more combines, me getting payouts, me consistently making money. People want to see that. I know that. So if I want my content to grow, I need to get better at trading. So then I'm trying to get better at trading because I want my content to get better. But I'm not like forcing things because of it, but it's everything. When you really like, if you want this with trading, you have to dive into every single bit of your psychology. You have to dive into every small thing that causes any sort of thought. What thought gets stemmed from anywhere, right? Why did I take a bad trade today on the combine? It's because I wanted to make money. I wanted to take a trade on the NASDAQ and make money because I thought that if it went up to a certain price level, I would have made money and I would have been closer to passing. And why? Because I wanted to be closer to passing, because I wanted to have another winning day, because I want progress. And the progress and the process is stressing me out, bro. And yeah, I really want to talk about it because I don't think people talk about that. I don't like, especially not from this point of view of content creation and stuff and whatnot. I would still have the same stress if I didn't do content in terms of trying to become profitable. But it's almost like it's just like I have a certain goal for what I want and what I want to do in my life. And it seems so far and so out of reach. But I know if I just keep showing up, things will happen. But it feels so out of reach. The goals and stuff I want to do with my life feel so out of reach. But I know if I just keep showing up, I'll be fine. But where do I draw the line? And how do I set my goals to be appropriate, right? I don't need to have expectations of the $1 million months and weeks and years right now. I just need to keep controlling things I can do well. But again, it's like, how do I separate my long-term goal with the day-to-day process and not get overwhelmed, not get stressed out, not get too focused on the things that don't matter? And that's kind of where I've been just really frustrated. But before I just ramble forever, I want to go over the trade I took on the XFA account that we copy traded to the combine. Beautiful day here, starting the month looking nice, unlike the other combine. Pretty simple trade today. NFP, that's why I'm making the video early. That's why I'm not looking at the charts very much and why this price action looks really garbage. The reason why I don't think anything's high probability is because of this, right? We have ripped so far. Any long, I took a long, but we were up 900 points from the low yesterday. It's pretty overextended, so any longs is a little bit less probable, in my opinion. We did have this data high, though, that we were looking at from Trump a long time ago, so we just swept that out. Very nice to see. But what do we have here? We had the overnight lows. We had the London, Asia, all of them right here. This was the lows, right? This wasn't even Asia low. This is like yesterday, but this is like Asia and London low. Doesn't really matter that much. What do we have as well? We had this right here. We had the high of day of market open. We displaced lower. Judas swing off open. Where do we go to? We end up getting that later, I guess. This was the London low. This was London low here, which was the basis for the trade. My bad. So we Judas swing off open, and we double Judas swing, I guess. It's really manipulated. But what do we get here? We get a bunch of low resistance liquidity put in. We have no wick on the 930 candle, which is just always likely to trade back to. We displace, boom, chop. We put in all these highs, liquidity, right? Hold this for value gap. Trade through the low right here. And this is where I'm having my eye on this fair value gap. And I'm like, cool. Let's see what we get here. We end up closing the fair value gap here. But I ended up getting in off of this 30-second close. Really like this. Could have taken either the 1 minute or not. But I really like the fact that we already manipulated into this 1 minute or 30-second gap, right? So we had the context of a fair value gap sponsor in our inversion, which I really like. I really like when I see that signature, because it means that we don't need to continue straight. And I'll kind of tell you or show you what I mean, right? Right here, right? If we don't have this rebalance here to this fair value gap and we just go here and here, then you're going to have to anticipate that we could come back down into this gap. So I really like when this candle opens, trades lower, and then closes like this, because now we don't really need to expect us to come back down here. I don't have a stop this tight because I like to give it a little room just in case it wants to soup. So I had a 33-point stop, risking $200, and I targeted $200. So I'll bring up the trade execution here live, or the video of it, and we'll just kind of look at that real quick. Yeah, happy with how I managed this trade. It wasn't obviously hard, but I'm just happy that I held. I could have made an extra $60. You'll see that. We could have made an extra $60 if we would have put our stop or our take profit at the high and left it. We would have made 265, right? And that would have gone a long way. But it's just stress levels, right? It's just stress levels. $200 day is all I need, so I don't have the mental capacity right now to hold my trades all the way. So what am I doing? I'm targeting 1-to-1s, or sometimes I'll try and target a 2-to-1. But I'm trying to just get used to just seeing it go through, right? Just seeing it go through the net, just throwing my shot up and seeing it hit, right? Because that will give me more confidence in the future. This trade, I journal, right? I see, okay, would I have been better off holding higher? And yeah, I would have. 65 extra dollars. But in my opinion, it's like, if I struggle anyways with my trading, why not just take base hits, get the consistency, get the reps in, and see what we can do, right? Targeting 1-to-1. There's nothing wrong with the 1-to-1. You just have to have a higher win rate. And I trust that I can have a high win rate. I really do. And price action delivered really, really beautifully. Really, really beautifully. We can watch literally this whole trade here because it's so quick. But you'll see, I get a little bit anxious in these trades. Even now, it's like I'm just so afraid to lose. I didn't touch my stop loss. I didn't move it to break even early. Like a lot of times, I would be at break even anyway. Oh my gosh, we got so close to my break even point. Let me go break even. Didn't go break even, right? I said, look, we're going to let it do its thing, which I'm very happy about. Very happy about it. Hits break even. I'm not panicking, just sliding up instantly. I'm just kind of sorting through the time frames, looking at everything. And then I see this move. And I'm like, okay, cool. What else did I do well? We see $120. I lost yesterday 113. I could have said, I'm going to just grab that. Right? And I didn't. And I went to break even there because we hit the high. It is NFP tomorrow, so I'm going to be a lot more protective of my stop, a lot more protective of my trade. Because again, we've seen it. It's been a lot less probable today, a lot less conviction in the market. And I just let the trade go. I let the trade go, do its thing. And right here, I'm like, cool, this is about to be an easy TP. And it was pretty easy. It only lasted another minute, but like, I was really just like, please, just give it to me without any stress. I just want it to go through. I don't care. Just give me the $200 a day. Because I already lost the 500 on the combine, so I was pretty frustrated. I was pretty disappointed with the day. And overall, I still have a sense of disappointment. I'm very happy about bouncing back on the XFA today and coming back with a nice winner after yesterday. Right, and we've still 100% following our rules on the XFA. We're 100%, 100 for 100, right? And that's nice. I love that, right? So we got better today. We felt the improvement, but there's ups and downs. And again, why I wanted to really talk about this. And look, I just get so nervous here, and I'm so glad I didn't just close the trade, because I could have closed the trade for 190, 180, 160 there. I could have been stressed out. Oh, it's gonna reverse. And I say, you know what? Who cares? Because why close a trade for 180 if I'm targeting 1-to-1? Why close it early? Because guess what? The way the Top Step works with winning days, you need 200. So why would you ever close the trade early anyways? It doesn't make any sense. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's 170 right now. Oh, what am I going to do? Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Look, I'm sitting on the flatten button. Why? What am I doing? And then it gives it to us, and I'm sure I'm just excited. Boom, right there. Barely had any reaction, really. I just kind of was like, cool, I guess. But I was mentally relieved. Mentally, absolutely relieved. And just in case YouTube wants to give me the thumbnail, right, I'm just going to do this. This is not even a trade I took. Watch the clickbait, bro. The clickbait. I'm going to just leave it like this. So that looks like I took a monster trade. So then if this is the frame that YouTube picks. They've never given that to me. They've never given me that frame. But in all seriousness, man, good day overall. But again, this is why I document this. I actually want feedback, not strategy, not, oh, your strategy's, no, my strategy's good. My strategy's good. My market, I read the market well. It's just, why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? Pause. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? I don't, okay, I know what I'm trying to say, but it's like I'm trying to emphasize this point. Why is it so difficult for me to do the right things all the time? Why is it so difficult for me to not be afraid? Why am I so afraid of the markets? Why am I so afraid to lose? Why am I? And it's like I'm asking these things. I want feedback, but it's like I know all the things that people are saying. Just trust your model. Just study. Just do this. Just hold your trade. Just So it's like, I know it. I know this stuff, but it's like, why is it so difficult to implement? Why is it so difficult to just let our trades run? Why is it so difficult for me to do anything in the market? Why is it so difficult to pass accounts? Why is it so difficult to trade my XFA account after only trading combines for a year? Why is it so difficult for me to not revenge trade after I lose? Why is it so difficult for me to hold my trades properly? Why is it so difficult to do all these things? That's what frustrates me, because this process is just so, it's just so grueling, man. It's like, and again, man, I was talking about earlier, the anxiety and kind of the fear and everything. It's like, I'm just going to lay it out flat for you guys, man. I'm going on a cruise May 10 to like May 15, May 16. So that's going to be like what's it called? A whole week, right? Because of this YouTube channel's growth, I have to stay consistent. It's like the quote from The Sopranos, Melfi, Dr. Melfi. Man, I love that show, bro. I love this show. I'm a spaz, bro. I'm an absolute spaz. I don't know how you guys watch any of this content, but like Melfi says in the show, or I don't know if Melfi said it or Tony Soprano said it. She's like, you know why sharks keep swimming? I'm gonna try and say in Tony's accent. You know why sharks keep swimming? I can't do it. You know why sharks keep swimming? Because if they stop moving, they die. And that's how it feels to be on social media. That's how it feels to trade. That's how it feels to try and grow a YouTube channel. It feels like if I stop swimming, I will die. All my views will disappear. Everyone will unsubscribe. And it'll never work again. Because I literally haven't missed. I've uploaded every week guaranteed for the last year. I've uploaded 4 times a week on average. On average. Like, that's the low end. Sometimes 6 times. I don't think I've ever done 7. But a lot of times 5 times a week. For a year. That wirement in my brain, it's become part of me. It's become part of me. Making YouTube video, posting YouTube video is part of me now. I don't think I can. I mean, obviously I can not do it. But when I go on this cruise, I'm going to have to schedule at least 3 videos. So I'm going to have to think of 3 video ideas I want to make. And I have some ideas, but I like them to be good quality. I don't want to just tell the same story I've told a billion times. So maybe I try and get an interview with someone. Maybe I try and talk about something else. I have ideas, but I'm going to have to film those and get them, and then just worry about, are these good enough? Are these going to do well? Is this going to be enough for my channel, right? And then I have to think about TikTok now. I've been posting, and it's going to become the same way. I've been posting 3 to 5 videos every single day on TikTok for the last week. And it's not really doing good, it's not doing bad. But I'm going to have to think about that. Am I going to schedule 20 TikToks for the whole week and not miss a single day? And then I'm going to have to think of 20. And it's just like, it's so and again, I'm not complaining saying, oh, it's just, we do these things to ourselves. We put all this pressure on ourselves to do things that don't even really matter that much. But it's because it's like I'm addicted to seeing progress. I'm addicted to the process. This month I did $500 this month on social media. $500. That means that's nothing for anyone. If I want to make $500 just because I wanted $500, I would go get a job and work regularly, right? But I'm so happy and proud of myself for the $500 I made on social media from $388 of AdSense and $112 from commission code on Alpha Futures. Use Alpha Futures code Diego, please. I only have one person that sent me a screenshot, and I'm doing a giveaway when it hits $500. I'm going to give away 1 or 2 accounts. So make sure you don't miss that. Just DM me on Discord, DM me on Twitter, show me a screenshot, and you might win an account. Right now there's one person, so you have a 50-50 chance if you're another person that does it. So rant there, right? I make money through my code, and I make money through YouTube. That's the only money I make. I'm just being honest, man. That's the only money I make. My goal is to tell you guys every single dollar I make and how. As long as it's from social media or trading, I'm going to tell you every single dollar I make. But I hit $500 this month. And for me, that's big because my biggest month before this was $300. So that's almost like a 2x. And then my biggest month before that, $300 was $200, right? So $500 starts feeling significant. It's not life-changing. It's not a full-time salary, but it feels significant. It feels like, oh my gosh, my hard work is doing something, right? It's not, hard work or not hard work. Who cares? I'm not going to argue with you. but my consistency is yielding results, but I want to keep them going. And if I stop swimming, I'm just like a shark. I'm going to die. I'm going, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to lose the progress, because I've been in this situation before. I was on TikTok in 2021, and I had a good following. I was making money, and I lost the momentum. I stopped swimming, and I died. I stopped posting. I stopped staying consistent. I stopped working hard, and I lost all my progress. I lost all the money I was making on TikTok. I lost all the progress I was making, all the followers I was gaining. And that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a successful content creator. I wanted to be in the fitness space. And I stopped doing it all because I had one setback. I stopped trying for one time. And I was just like the shark when they talk about in Tony Soprano, in The Sopranos. I was just like the shark. I stopped swimming and I died. And I don't want that to happen again. So that's why I have so much pressure on myself to keep getting better, keep doing more, learn more, do this, do that. And it carries over into my trading. It genuinely does, because it's like, I want to be here, but I'm right here, right? I'm here, but I want to be here, and I feel like I'm here, but I'm right here, right? I'm right here. And I don't know where I'm going with this, man. I don't know where I'm going with this, because I don't know, man. And I think I had this overwhelming feeling of, I have to give it to God. I have to give it to Jesus Christ, because this is the truth, man. This is the truth. I've grew up being raised to believe in Jesus, believe in God. But there's always been this piece of me that hasn't gone all in. And there's just this overwhelming sense that until I do that, I can't reach the levels I want. I can be consistent, I can make improvements, but I just feel like I can't do it on my own. And that's frustrating. That's a frustrating feeling. It's not a bad feeling. That is frustrating, because I'm very skeptical, man. I always have the feeling, what if that doesn't get me what I want? And I know people are gonna say, oh, it doesn't matter what you want. I know it doesn't matter what I want. But we want it because we want it, man. We want certain things. So it's always scary to think, what if I'm not supposed to get this? And I can't worry about that. I just have to take action and do it. But my point being, man, I'm not where I need to be with my faith. And the only people I know that say that they beat anxiety, beat depression, beat whatever, all these different things, they always typically say it was through their faith in Jesus Christ. And for me, it's like I'm worried. I can't, like, it's a whole rabbit hole of why I feel like I've been missing my calling of trying to be better in that sense, and maybe talk about that more. But yeah, because I don't have any answers. I don't have any answers for myself of how I'm gonna succeed in trading, how I'm gonna do all these things, how I'm gonna overcome all these stress and anxiety and all these different problems that I face. I just am gonna have to start giving it to God and start reading my Bible more, praying more, trying to be a better person, trying to just walk in the faith, right? That's what I need to do. It's such a clear and I know what I need to do, and I have to just go and do it. And this rant might be something that people don't care about. I don't really care. I just have an overwhelming sense of I need to just take a second and just real quick to end this video. I want to just talk about what I'm grateful for, because right now I had a frustrating day. I lost the $500 on the combine, but we had a decent day on the XFA. But I just feel the need to just be grateful, because I'm always wanting to be here. I want to be here. I want to have 1 million subscribers. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to make money trading. I want to do this. I want to travel. But where I'm at is just as important. I am making a video, and I'm talking to a computer screen. There's a green flashing light here where you guys are watching me talk, right? I have my screen here that I haven't touched because it's just here in the background because, I'm a trader, right? Because no one cares about me if it's just me. Nobody cares about me. They want to see the trading, which is cool. That's what you give them. It's the niche, right? Social media. But not everyone's going to watch this point or watch this whole video, but somebody did. One person did. Maybe not, right? But one person did. And if you did, comment, Comment something. Let's think. Comment Diego and directly verbatim so that we see this. And this is going to rage bait in the comments. Comment, Diego needs to quit trading. He will never succeed. Comment that. Or actually, no, that's bad energy. Comment, Diego is the best and most profitable day trader in the world. Comment that if you've seen this and if you've seen this section. But okay, back to the gratitude. I can go on a rant and make this video, and I'm talking about just spewing nonsense out of my head. I don't. If you guys haven't realized, there's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me in my head. My brain works in weird ways and just a million miles an hour. Oh my gosh, dude. And I'm being overwhelmed right now with the feeling of just gratitude for where I'm at. I'm looking out my window. I see a tree blowing in the wind, some leaves. I see the sunlight coming down. I have a nice gym set up over here. I'm healthy, right? For the most part, right? I have some stuff that I'm a little bit worried about with, I have some injuries and stuff, but that's a whole different story. Long story. And again, I get to post a video to people that genuinely, right? Maybe some people don't. Maybe most people don't. But some people genuinely enjoy watching my videos or enjoy my content. People will leave a comment and it will just be like, man, I can't believe that people actually even care about anything I say or do or whatever. And that's a blessing. And it doesn't. You don't even have to have that. But it's just like the opportunity. I had a good trading day today. That's a blessing. I get to show up and trade. I woke up this morning. I'm going to be able to go to the gym. I'm going to go watch some soccer today. I'm going to go whatever. There's so many things that are so good in my life, but I let anxiety and stuff probably from the enemy just overrun and riddle me with just bad experiences, man. And it's really frustrating that is possible. And I just want to say I really appreciate every single person, because my trading journey is my trading journey. I would be exactly in the same spot, maybe further behind if I didn't make these videos. Honestly, probably further behind. But my point being is that you guys watching this video, and I want to give credit to myself as well for making these and staying consistent. Genuinely, and I only have 4,000 subscribers. I made $500 from social media this month. But this has genuinely given me something to live for. And I don't mean that to be super dramatic, but it has given me a purpose. It's given me a purpose. I got a comment the other day, and I screenshot it. I got a comment here that I want to read to wrap this up. I got a comment. Somebody said, "Good for you, man. Want to know how I know God is real? I was literally thinking, I'm wondering how much he makes on YouTube with 4,000 subs. And right after you started showing your earnings, which answered everything and even motivated me to start a YouTube. My videos are not good quality, but I can provide value and will definitely up my game when I get a place again, facing potential homelessness right now, so trading will be on pause." Shout out to this guy, man. Genuinely, when I read that message, it made me want to cry, because even just that one person means anything, right? That made any impact on even one person in a slight way. If it made them even have the idea to do something or change one small thing, even if it's the smallest thing, that is a butterfly effect that changes lives, right? And again, I'm not going to take credit for anybody else's hard work, anyone else's success. It's not me, it's you. It's you. You're on your own thing. If I motivated you to do your own channel, I didn't motivate anything. You just got an idea and you took action. That's on you. That you did it, right? I read that comment, and that's what this is about. It's no longer about the money, right? I'm gonna do things to make money. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong for 1 second. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to make money through my affiliate code. Use my code. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to make money on my YouTube ad revenue. I'm trying to make money trade. I'm trying to make money. We're all trying to make money. But my point being is, if I didn't have a direct purpose when I was gonna leave college and I was gonna go and trade. I didn't have any purpose. I didn't know what I was trying to do. I didn't know that I was gonna even trade. I didn't know that trading was gonna become this obsession. But I started making these videos, and it gave me a purpose. It gave me a purpose. It gave me a why. Because trading, at the end of the day, you're just looking at numbers on a screen. You're just looking at candles go up and down. Yes, you can make a lot of money, but you'd be providing zero value to the world. And making this channel has given me a purpose. It's given me something to look forward to, something to work towards. So even though it causes stress and whatever, trying to grow the channel, imposter syndrome, thinking you're not good enough, it really has changed my life. And it's so corny. And whenever people say this stuff, it's so corny because it's like, oh, it changed my life, whatever. Because, yeah, it's like almost, I don't even really believe that. Like, oh, it changed my life. But it did. I feel like somebody now. And not that you need followers to feel like somebody. That's not the point. It feels like I'm actually doing something that's going to matter. It doesn't matter right now because I haven't shown anyone that I can succeed at trading. I haven't finished my mission. The job's not done. So it doesn't matter yet. But I know that I'm doing something special. I don't know why. I don't know. You don't have to believe me, but I can just feel it. I can feel it in my bones, in my soul. I can feel that I'm doing something special here. And that's what keeps me going. So even though I have all types of issues with self-doubt, self-whatever, I think the biggest gift I have is not going to be my trading, is not going to be my whatever, because I'm not going to be the richest trader. I'm not going to be the best trader. But the one thing I want to bring to the world is spreading a positive message, right? Everybody says this. It's so corny. Oh, a positive message to the world. When I look you in the eye and I say, I don't know how I'm going to, like, I have no money. I don't have anything in my life right now of what I want, right? I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have money. I'm not able to do the things I want to do. I don't have many clothing. That's why I'm shirtless 90% of the time. It's because I don't even have stuff that I like to wear. But I know that I can do it, and this is the thing. Yes, I want to leave a positive message, but I want to just show people that it is possible, because every single person that's online making money, they just spawn in out of nowhere. Here's my $1 million week, bro. What? Who were you a year ago? I didn't know who you were, and it's just like, I really feel like I can do something special. And I've just always wanted to be special. I don't know why that is. Maybe that will change. But if you guys could only get into my head and see the growth that's happened in my own head. I believe in myself more than I did a year ago. I'm more confident in myself than I was a year ago. I just believe in myself more. And it's just slowly but surely showing up for myself. That's all it is showing up for ourselves. And that's what I think my bigger gift to the world will be, is I want to impact people that aren't even traders. You don't even trade, bro. Just do anything. Like, just do anything that you want to do, that you find consistency. That's my goal. And I wanted to just go on a rant today because I felt like it, because I just felt like there was something telling me. I don't know what it is. I just started talking, and it's like a brain dump. There's just something inside of me, and it's probably Jesus. It's probably God. And again, some people might find that corny to say. It is what it is. I've been telling people for a long time, and I'll end it with this, man. I've been telling people for a long time. I've always felt like I had a calling to become an apologetic speaker, or to just talk about Christ. I don't know why. I'm not a great person. I'm not a good person. I'm not a good person. I'm not a good person. So why did I always say this? Why did I always feel this? I'm not even the most religious. I've not even read the Bible fully through. I've not. I miss days of prayer, right? But something deep in my body tells me that is the purpose. That is what I'm meant to do. I'm not a great person. I talk trash online sometimes. I try not to. I judge people sometimes. I try not to, right? I'm not a good person. I'm not a good person. So that's always the dilemma, is like, it's so hard for me to try and sit here and say these things, because I know deep down I'm not a good person. But that's, I think, where it's nice, because I can change. I can get better. I can try and be better. I can try and I know that if Jesus is the way, the truth, the whatever, right, then that instantly is the most important thing in life. The dollars that you make trading, the girls you get, none of that's going to matter. If Jesus died for us and there's a heaven, that is more important than anything I will ever do on this chart anything I will ever do on this YouTube channel, anything I will ever do, that becomes the most important piece in my life. And I think I've always knew that. And I think just as a human being on earth, I think we have to recognize, look outside your window, look at the grass, look at the trees, look at the way they kind of breathe and move in the sand and the beach and the waves and the wind. You can't tell me there isn't a God. You can't tell me there isn't. And sometimes I try and convince myself there isn't, because I convince myself life would be easier if I didn't have to subscribe to a moral compass. But at the end of the day, there's something in all of us, in our soul, in our body, in our mind, that tells us there is something more. And that's what I want to start trying to do more. Maybe I make a separate channel. I think maybe my personal channel will be more of that, because again, this is trading. I'm not going to just bog this down. But today was a specific day where I just needed to talk about it, man. I don't know why. And honestly, I'm going to be even more honest. I'm afraid that this video is going to get less views because of it, right? And don't ask me even why. I don't know. Like, I have this deep-rooted fear that if I talk about Jesus, that somehow the enemy will block this video and shadow ban me and all this stuff. And it's like, selfishly, that's another reason why I don't do it, is because I don't want to alienate myself. I don't want to, cut off myself from potential viewers or potential whatever, or maybe the algorithm doesn't like it because of certain keywords. And that terrifies me too. But I have to realize that, again, like I said, if it is true, it is the most important thing. So I don't need to worry about all these things on earth, all these different things like that, because it's not going to matter in the end. Just want to leave you guys with that. I apologize, man, to anyone that watched this video and doesn't agree with anything I said there. It is what it is, man. But I do appreciate all you guys that watch these videos. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Comment. Let me know how you guys did today. Did you guys get cooked on the NFP? It was a pretty tough day. And yeah, man, a lot to unpack there, but I appreciate all you guys like always. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.